Hi, my friends. Come join me as I get ready today and hopefully give you a word of encouragement. Now, I know it's been a minute since I have done these videos, but I am back. And I have so many old videos that I am going to probably put out there too, because, why not? It's been sitting in my archives forever. Today I am using the CC cream. It's one of my faves. It's always great to go to. There's only like 5 different shades of the CC creams, which means if it doesn't necessarily fit your color, you can mix two of them together because sometimes people are right in the center. So this one is a little bit lighter because it's the very light one. Sometimes I need the light to medium because when I tan, I'm a little bit darker. So always appreciate the CC creams. It's been with us for a really long time in Mary Kay, and it's a great go-to when you're just wanting something quick. So one thing you might notice is that it really does brighten up your skin, right? You normally want to make your skin a lot brighter when you put on the makeup because then when you put everything else compiling on, it just looks nice. I don't know if you can see, but I am going to put on this Shy blush. It's one of my faves. Now, sometimes, it really doesn't matter how you put on application. Like a lot of times people like the bronzers and everything. This is a bronzer Mary Kay that they no longer have. A lot of our things you'll find is whatchamacallit, limited edition. So when you think about the things that might be coming out in Mary Kay, you'll want to get it right then and there because you don't know if it'll come back, right? A lot of times, people might buy things in bulk because when it's limited edition, normally it's just going to be out for that season. So allowing yourself to be curious, like, oh, if it's something that you like, get one, see if you actually like it, and then get a bulk. Because limited edition, they only have so many until it's completely gone from their system. So you get to determine that as the consumer, right? So if you really like something, Mary Kay is going to keep it around for you. Same thing with the eyelash primer. We no longer carry that because there wasn't enough, um, what's it called? Profit, right? There wasn't enough people saying that they wanted it. So allowing yourself to say, hey, do you know what? If I like this, then I'm going to purchase it because I'm letting Mary Kay know this is a good item and I want them to keep it around. Right, but if you only get one like every 3 months, which usually our products last that long, so that's understandable. Um, then, it depends on how everyone else might be buying it too. That might determine whether or not they're going to keep it around. So when you think about your own business, right? If you've worked in a restaurant. I know I have. I worked at Arby's for like 8 years, being a manager for 5 of those years because I started when I was like 14. And I totally understand the whole profit and loss and having your own business and making sure um, you're not over buying things in order for things like in order for the potential of the buyers, if the buyers are not there, right? So we want to keep it as realistic as possible, but then, hey, do you know what? If we're out of stock and we are surprised because people are buying it, that's a great indication that we need to keep it around and buy more. Make the customers happy because ultimately that's what Mary Kay wants to do. And that's how it's been so successful since 1963. It really has. been a staple in our economy for so long. And did you know that there are three things that is sustainable in economy that might face famine or disasters? There was research done on this, and they said it was alcohol, tobacco, and skincare and cosmetics. People still want to look good when things go awry. Even think about COVID. We could totally see if people had to present themselves in a different way, and people still showed up in order to be presentable. So it was totally true when we got to experience that in 2020. And so, being honest with yourself, how can I not worry about the economy, but really be a game changer for my family if anything was to happen, right? That's always the forefront of my mind. That's why I joined Mary Kay. Um, was because when I was presented with the opportunity, I saw that you could actually make 50% off of whatever you sold. I was like, wow, that's amazing. And why wouldn't I want to do that as my own mind or my own self and my family to be a businesswoman in that kind of thinking? Like it's a no-brainer for me when it's 50% off, right? And then you get mentorship on top of that. You get a wonderful community of women, and you have your own journey, right? You're not staying it just for the people, but maybe an impact for what God has called you to do, that it's truly a calling. It's truly the way to help women, to help your family. Maybe it's just really the way that God is saying, I'm doing something here. And that's what I found. That's how I've been in it for 9 years. And that's how I continue to know that I'm not going anywhere unless God tells me to go. Okay. And that's the thing. You always want to listen to God. What God tells you might be different than what He's telling everyone else. So don't allow what God might be doing in someone else's life dictate what He has told you to do. Because a lot of times, we get connected to people and we feel like, oh, this is how God's working in their life. But then, God has a way that He wants you to do for your own life as well. Hmm. So there is a journey for you. Hmm. I don't know. What do you think? Usually I don't do it this dark. A lot of times people won't know what's best for you, you know, but God does. He knows where He's leading you. He knows what He has for you. So continue to trust in Him, right? Sometimes it can be difficult because we can put our trust in man and man fails us. But when we put our trust in God, God is so faithful. He helps us through every circumstance. And we don't want it unless God is in it, right? That's how I always see things. God, are you in this? And if not, for me, right? He might be in it for someone else, but for me, we learn to stay connected to Him, what it is, our own path, not allowing that to dictate or detour us from the purposes and plans that He has for you personally. Well, I hope this encourages you today, and take care.